Hello and welcome to the Usain Bolt Sports Complex. This is the nation's coverage of the St. Michael's School's Glow Sports. My name is Anmar Goodrich-Boyce, and next to me I have senior sports reporter Ezra Stewart. Ezra, they say when something is nice, you often do it twice.
Yes, and more. Good evening to you. And certainly, St. Michael's School has done an excellent job with this, what you could call an encore in terms of staging their sports at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex again. And from early indications, the crowd is even bigger than last year.
I heard it was sold out, Stewart.
Yes, definitely. St. Michael's School, they have done an excellent job in marketing this meet. You know, in this age of social media, and they have a very active Old Scholars Association. They have really set the tone, and they have continued, and people from other schools are here watching on.
The atmosphere is building, Stuart. I see a lot of Old Scholars, a lot of athletes. Shane Braffett is here, Levi Cadogan. Let's talk about the conditions. Are the conditions tonight very good for track and field?
Yes, definitely. Very cool conditions. Some that athletes will like. There's no real wind here, even though we are downhill here in the Lazarette. And it is very good for running. This track is always a very difficult track to run on, so the times sometimes are not as quick as you will get at the National Stadium. But that race that we saw, the Invitational, which Shane Braffett won from Levi Cadogan, I'm sure that he would have probably gone under 6 seconds.
I'm sure that you would have had conversations with some of the athletes so far. What are they feeling in terms of from night to day in terms of running and competing? Do they prefer the nighttime?
Yes, they prefer the afternoon where it is cooler rather than having to run in sun. You know, when it is hot, you know, it is always going to be very sapping in terms of their energy. You know, so the cooler conditions, and most of the athletes run the 1, the 2, and the 4. So it gives them a chance to recuperate, and it is really excellent condition for running. I don't know if it is the ideal thing for school sports, but the jury is still out on that. But certainly St. Michael's School and maybe some of the other major schools which have big followings can attempt to stage night sports as well.
Who are some of the main athletes that we have to look out for here tonight, Stuart?
Well, tonight, obviously the head boy at St. Michael's School, Michael Patrick, he has won the 200 and the 400 meters, and in the under 20 boys and the under 20 girls, a stalwart in terms of St. Michael's School and even career level, Rhea Hoyt. She won both the 2 and the 4 from Asia Foster. In the under 17 division, you had someone like a Shadia Worrell, you know, real smooth strider, really smooth stride. She won the 4 and the 2, and Josiah Paris, he won those events as well in the under 17 boys. In the under 15 division, it was Jaquan Pilgrim who dominated that division, and then we had an upset of sorts in the under 15 girls where Jazara Horford, she beat Sky Spencer Lane in the 200 meters and then came back to win the 400. There's a little young girl in the under 13s, a first farmer. I think her name is Shiara. I don't have the last name now, but I will get familiar with her as the season progresses. She won quite convincingly as well. So St. Michael looking like if there could be in the thick of things again by the time BSAT comes around.
Okay, cool. Then we have, there's no Ashley Lowe this year, no Leilani Haddock, but still supposed to be exciting, Stuart?
Yes, I believe that the St. Michael girls there will put on a very good show in terms of going very close to retaining the title and probably doing a 3-peat, but they will have to watch Commonwealth School. They are going to be the school to watch in terms of the girls. They have had a lot of good additions, and I am sure that there will be the school that everybody will have to beat this year.
In terms of looking forward now to BSAP, Stuart, how much of a training ground is this meet here tonight? We know Coach Burnett, he will be getting a look at some of the athletes that he will be trying to put on the track and field team. What will he be looking for tonight?
Yeah, he will be looking at combinations, and you know, you will have some athletes that will win 1, 2, 4, but at BSAT, because they have the heats, it is going to be very difficult to run 1, 2, 4. So you're probably looking at having people do the 1 and 2, the 2 and 4, because you'll be looking to spread them around, maybe have some people doing some of the field events as well to complement, because it is hard to do 3 track events. Sometimes if you do the 1 and 4, it comes on the same day and you have to, like I said, do the semi-finals and then the finals, and it could be very energy sapping in terms of the athletes. And then you'll be looking at relay combinations. Obviously, some schools tend to take the first 4 in their 100 meters, and that will form the 4x1. And similarly for the 4x4, which is an open event, so you will probably get maybe 3 of the outstanding on the 20s, and then you will have somebody like Usain Bolt from the under 17s that could probably filter in to the relay team, the 4x4, along with people like Akil Howell, Michael Patrick, and Marquez Cadogan. And of course, Darian Clark, who is injured and is not running here tonight, he could be a factor as well. He will probably lead the 4x1 team. He will be a good option as well for the 4x4.
Stuart, I'm going to put you on the spot. The St. Michael's School, on the 15, on the 13, on the 17, on the 20, these divisions, which division then you think will be the standout one for them in BSAP?
Well, in terms of the girls, I believe the under 15 division will be their strongest division, where they will have Sky Spencer Lane, Samaya Dell, and then they have good supporters in terms of the core Collimore. There's Jada and Jada Williams, the twin, and there's also Carissa Ballantyne. And they can also do the field events as well. Sky Spencer Lane, she long jump as well as Samaya Dell, who is a very good high jumper. So that would be their strongest division among the girls. The senior girls are going to be good because in Asia Foster and Ashley Weeks, they have two people that can do the middle distances. And then Rhea Hoy is going to be very good in the 4 hurdles and the 4 as well as the 200 meters. In terms of the boys, they will have a strong on the 20 boys group with Darian Clark, Michael Patrick, Akil Howell, and of course, I mentioned Darian Clark and Marquez Cadogan. They will be good. And then they will have some individual winners in the under 17s and under 15s. Josiah Parr should probably win his events in the under 17, even though it will be his first year in that division. And Caleb Messiah, he will pick up points in the long jump, the triple jump, and the high jump. So that's on the 17, and when you combine them together, they should have fairly strong relays as well.
In terms of times, Stuart, what times will we be looking at tonight?
Well, times, I still want to see the under 20 girls go under 24 seconds. The girls are still clocking 25 point, and I think that under 20 girls in Barbados should really be running below 24 seconds. In fact, they should be running anything under 23 point, if they want to be competitive at the Crafter Games. I want to see the under 17 boys, all of them go under 50 seconds. 48, 49 point, those are the type of times that I would want to see. In terms of the girls, I want to see the girls doing under 55 seconds in the senior girls 400 meters. And someone like a Shadi Worrell, who is going to be on the 7 thing, I would like to see she do 55 point. Anything like 55, 60, that would probably carry to Crafter and get her in the final.
Okay, Stuart. We're going to stick a pin in it because the 100 meters are on the line. This is the nation's coverage of the St. Michael's Schools Glow Sports. This coverage is sponsored by Ensure.
Move with strength and energy. Drinking Ensure, you get vitamins, minerals, and up to 30 grams of high-quality protein. Your life, your health, your Ensure.